That recording?
Yep, we're recording now.
Perfect. Okay, I'll kick it off then. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the HSE Library Marketing Show and Tell session. I'll be guiding you through the first few minutes of today. The library, our group is set up in 2024 to strengthen how we promote the HSE library services and initiatives and events. Leading the team is Benry, our marketing group lead, and then me, the social media lead. And we are also joined by Ronan, Fisha, and Edel. And we are excited to welcome Anna, who has just joined us last month. Together, we collaborate to connect, engage, and showcase the value of the HSE library across the organisation. Today's session, we have a short packed agenda. First, Fisha and Adele will present on our newly registered user campaign, sharing the campaign's focus, approach, and outcomes. Then I will introduce the marketing repository, a project that Ronan and I have been working on to make it easier for us to access and reuse marketing materials. Following this, I will give a demo on how to access the repository. And then finally, after this, I will give a short update of the upcoming HSE Library National Day on behalf of Benry. We look forward to sharing our work with you, and we hope it gives you some ideas of what we are doing and what is coming up in the future by the marketing group. I'm going to now hand you over to Fisha and Edel, who's going to demonstrate the newly registered users campaign.
Thanks, Natasha.
No worries, we'll stop sharing. Stop.
Can you see that there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Welcome, everybody. So what we're going to show you today is the idea for our newly registered users. So the purpose of this newly registered users campaign is to increase the engagement with our resources and services. Users tend to join the library for one purpose and are aware of one aspect, but they're not always aware of the variety of resources and services available to them. So the email that we receive as library staff to notify us of a new user is a great opportunity for us to engage with them. And it's really based on that we're putting this package together. So in 2024, Edel conducted a survey of the library staff and how they currently engage with newly registered users. We combined that then with the Love Your Library campaign, and we identified four key areas of engagement. So we've got the Koha auto-generated email, a local welcome email, a staff response to queries, and then we have additional information. So I'm going to hand you over to Edel, who's going to explain the proposed new emails.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Natasha. And welcome everyone to our marketing show and tell. Thanks for joining us on such a lovely sunny day. So as Vita mentioned, I'm just going to cover off the two emails that are applicable to newly registered users. So the first one that I wanted to talk about is the auto-generated Koha email that is sent automatically to new patrons that register with us. So what we did as a team is we looked at the current one that's there and we changed it slightly, we updated it, and we just spent a long time really on the wording, just ensuring that it's quite personalized and that it's very welcoming to the patron. So what you'll see when Vita moves to that slide is that it'll clearly show, sorry, just go back again, Vita, sorry. So it'll clearly show the username of the person that is the newly registered user, and then it'll clearly give them an action that they need to carry out, which is to activate their password or activate their account by setting their password. And we also will keep all the details there in terms of where they can go if they need any further help. And it will have the local library contact details, and the logo just needs to be updated as well. So It's quite a short email. It's kind of facts at a glance, and that will go out to all your newly registered users. And I know from the survey that Vita mentioned, most of you are really happy using that email, and you like the fact that it sends out to users all the time, even if they register with us outside of hours. So that is the first email that we've looked at changing. If you want to go on to the next slide then, Vita, thanks. So the next email then that we looked at was the newly registered users welcome email. So this is one that we're suggesting could be used for our patrons to further engage with them. Okay, so it is completely editable. You can change this in accordance with what your specific library requirements are, because again, harken back to the survey, one thing that clearly came across is one size does not fit all. Every library has a different number of resources and facilities available. So we wanted to make this completely in the format that it can be edited. So this will be a template that will be sent out, or sorry, available on the marketing repository for newly registered users. And the purpose of it is to continue on with engagement. As Vita mentioned, a lot of our patrons use us for maybe one thing, and then they don't use us once they've gotten the whatever they need, the book or whatever specific requirement they have. This is to really keep the engagement up with users. And it, as I said, can be edited to specifically highlight the services that your library has available. So the type of things that you'll see on the email will be point-of-care tools, databases, the resources that we have available, a link to our online catalogue, and importantly, because I see we have a number of people from Info Skills team here, Lisa and Margaret, the training calendar, which is something that we really want to highlight. So we have a live link included to the training calendar as well. And then finally, just that local signature with the updated logo and the contact details for the library. So they're both the emails there. The one on the left is the auto email that will be going out from Koha. So we as a marketing team are currently liaising with the systems team on this to get this changed over. So that's a change that you're going to see coming it'll be coming down the road now quickly once we get everything finalized in terms of links and everything, but that's what it looks like there. And then the welcome email is the one that you can edit specifically for your library, and it has all the links, or will have all the links available when you're using this. And again, just to reiterate, that is going to be available to everyone on the marketing repository that Natasha's going to outline. That's me. Thanks a million. I'll be keeping an eye on chat as well. If anyone has any quick questions, you can pop them up there. Thank you.
Thanks, Edel. So Edel has covered the email aspect of the campaign. So what comes in after that is we have additional information. So under additional information, we have 3 items that we've prepared for you. So it's based entirely on what's already been used within different libraries. We've just amalgamated them and made them more streamlined. So we're highlighting the A2Z resources with a QR code poster. And this is one that we'd really like people to use, because the QR code is something we can keep an eye on and actually measure the engagement. It can be displayed in the library, or it can be sent as an attachment with your email when you welcome your new user. A more detailed option that is currently being used in a couple of places is a presentation of slides, a 12-slide presentation. So the idea about this is we often get the same questions asked to us again and again, or we have certain resources that are the most popular. So these are highlighted individually on a slide within this. Within the presentation, there's a second slide that you can make entirely for your library. So you can have your introduction, then your second slide can be, this is our library, our contact details. You could maybe include a picture of your library, whatever you wanted to include. So that's two of them. And the third one then is more a local services based poster where you can edit it, put in your own details and add whatever particular services are available within your library. So this is the poster that we have done, and this is the one that we'd like most staff to share within their library, and if they want, send it then as an attachment with a welcome email to their new users. So it's got the QR code, which links directly to the A2Z. It's got a list of, not all of our resources are listed on it, but the majority and the most popular ones are. It's also got a link to the eLibrary, the catalogue and the training calendar for those that are sending it as an attachment. This is the local library poster. Also, this one is editable. As you can see, you can add in whatever you want in it. You don't have to include a QR code, but if you had, we'll say like areas that you wanted to make bookings or make bookings with staff, you could include a QR code for that, but you don't have to. It's up to you. And this is the presentation. So you can add this, you could make it shorter, longer, whatever you like. This is the local library page. Again, you could add your own photo of your library here, whatever details you want to include of your own library. And then these are the most popular questions we get asked or items that we have to refer to for people. So it's about your login, your password reset. These are links to some of the most popular resources. An extensive list again of the resources, then how to search the eLibrary with links attached, the A to Z title list, books and ebooks, a link to the library catalogue, just a reminder that you can place a hold if something's not available straight away. This is our medicines complete information, the main clinical decision-making tools, and the fact that there's the app available for them. And then again, as Adele said, one of the most popular ones is the information skills training, a link to the registration for those. And then the final slide is about contacting your local library, because we want staff to engage back to their local service as much as possible. We've also included a link for the online assistant for out of hours queries where local libraries aren't available maybe for that particular time. And that's it. All of them will be available through the repository.
Thanks, Misha.
Yeah, you
And
muted.
thanks, Adele.
Sorry, I've
Okay.
muted myself there. Yep.
There's some questions coming in there, Natasha, but we can handle them maybe at the end because they're specific about the emails, and there's some really good questions coming in there, really good level of engagement. So thanks for those. We can run through them once we've covered everything. Thanks.
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to run through how to access the HSE Library Marketing Repository for you. Everyone should have access. It's gone live this morning, so hopefully you'll be able to access it on Microsoft Teams. I'm going to share, and so if you are accessing it, go through Teams. And go down to your channels, and underneath the library channels there is HSE Library Marketing Repository. And here we just have a welcome and a blurb in relation to what the repository is. So it's a space to envisage as a one-stop shop for all of your marketing needs. This is a living repository and will be added to over time. So please click on the Files tab to access all content. And please note that some content may be edible and some is non-edible. Canva links are provided for edible content. And also, if you have created content in Canva, such as a flyer or a poster, that you would like to include in the repository, you can email a PDF to one of the marketing team and we can upload it to the folders for you. So I'm going to click in Files, and here you will see a breakdown of different folders. I'm just going to go through each folder, what it contains. And the first one is annual reports. So we just gathered an example of the reports that we had. This is one of the examples from Navan. So if you were looking to use as an example, you can. And then also Ronan has put in here in Word as an example of NACE's annual report. But he just put a note here, you'll see click right to download. because if you open it directly in the repository, it doesn't open up as well. So you can open up that file and you can open up in the browser as an app. I'll go back into the list. Canva, we have a Canva guide folder. So in here we have like links of how to access and edit shared folders in Canva. So a how-to guide if you follow the steps. And also we have how to join the HSE Library Canva team. So this might be important to anyone who hasn't set themselves up. How to design in a shared folder. There's a little video how-to guide for anyone who might want to learn how to do that. And sorry, I'm just going to stop me. Oh, sorry, I just lost my folders. I'm just going to stop sharing for 1 second. Sorry, I've lost my folders again. Excuse me for 1 second, and I'll start sharing again. My Chrome actually shut down. I'll be open.
Do you want me to try and share, Natasha?
I have it here. It's just
Okay.
yeah. No, it's starting to reopen again. I just reopened and it'll launch. Just take a couple of seconds. Perfect. And then I'll share again. Okay, and start sharing. Let me know that you can see that. Okay, can you feed it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. Okay, so in here then we also have a useful folder in Canva how to use them as well. So a few guides there if you need any assistance, and also I'm available if anybody needs any guidance on how to use Canva or do any edits on some of the marketing material in it. And then we also have a folder here in the emails. Just there is an email sample of an email signature banner if you wanted to put it on the end of your folders. At the end of your emails, this is not to replace the current email that we have of your actual signature. This is just addition if you wanted to do some promotional promotions with the end of your emails and you're sending them to new users. Come out of that, sorry. And then Ronan put in here, just for anyone who might want it for ease, to be able to access the out of office message, the standardized one that goes out in both English and Irish. That's available there if people need it. Sorry, my tab bar is in the way. And then the other folders is the infographics. There's some examples of infographics from the different libraries if you need to, looking for some samples. So we have saved these as PDF. So if you are looking for an edible copy, we suggest that you contact the owner of the design to get an edible version of it. So this one is how to design the library account, how to register for a library account. This is the national one that went round, so we suggest not to make any local edits on this. Then we have a folder here for local library initiatives. We only have one at the moment in it. This is for St. Connell's Library, but like, as we said earlier, it's a live living document repository. So we'd hope this would grow over time. So if you do have any local library initiatives that you might want to share your ideas with, we could put them in here for you. And then all the different logos, Department of Health, all our HSE library logos here, the white transparent. the green, one in black, one in green transparent, and the vector logo for if we need it for the pull-up banners. We also have the Microsoft team background that we have, you can see that the marketing group is using today. And then we also have the HSE main background for Teams as well. And there is an instruction of how to change the background in Microsoft Teams if you need it. Here we have newsletters and examples of local library newsletters. So we have a few examples and one in Word as well if you need to, if you want to recreate it. These have been created in Canva, and this is the one from Drogheda. So the examples are available on Canva if you need to, and accessible to all those who have a HSE Library Canva account. And here is a how to create a newsletter guide with the with a link. Here is the Canva link if you need to bring you directly into Canva. And then if you follow the instructions, it shows you how to make a copy. So we would advise anyone who is creating or wants to create a similar document or marketing material in Canva that you make a copy first. So then there'd be no edits or additional information put it on the original template. Then here we have a selection of designs from the first folder. These are all designs that all the local libraries have shared with us. So they're different posters and different designs. So we've put the author of the design first. So if you do need if you would like to example of it for a template to recreate, you can contact the author directly and they can share an editable document with you if they wish. We are also inviting if anybody has any additional flyers or posters that they'd like to add to it, they can share with us and we can add it to the repository. So there's some really good ideas and some flyers that you might want to create again for your own local libraries. I'll scroll back up here, back to the repository. And then underneath posters and flyers, there is an instruction guide as well. And some of the templates are available in Canva. If you click on the link, it will bring us directly into Canva. Oh, this link is not working. Typical. The one I tried will rectify that one. But then there's a follow then, make a copy, and how to make a copy and how to save it. And then presentations. We have examples of the presentation slides. If people want to recreate, they can, and they're editable then in as well. And they're PowerPoints. So we just ask if you are using any of the templates and the presentations that you make a copy and save it in your own folders. We have here some promotional materials. So this is just where we have shared the design templates of the pull-up banners. If anyone's looking to get some printed, they can use these examples. They are available also in Canva, and here in the designs there is an instruction for editing in Canva. So you'll see these are the 4 designs that we've created, and if you do click on this, hopefully it will bring us into Canva. Of the 4 designs. So before you make any edits in any template, we would ask you to create a file and create a copy of that design. So it just prevents that the template doesn't get edited. and then back to the posters material. So that's the banners. Then we have examples of the design for the bookmarks and instructions on editing. So the bookmarks, that's just the front and the back. You need to get them printed. And the same with the lanyards. The lanyard is just one design because it was just what the proof that we got back from the company that we ordered them from. And then there is details then here on the lanyards and the pens. Sorry, go back to the pens. The pens is the same. It's just a picture of what the pens we got back, the proof from the company that we ordered them from. But in relation to, this is how the process to order HSE marketing materials. So we do have still some pens and lanyards and bookmarks. So if you do need to order anything for an event, you can contact Benry or myself and we can send them out to you in the post. And then this is a list of the suppliers, if you wish to, that we used for all the marketing promotional material that we ordered last year. So if anyone does have any money locally and they wanted to do some marketing, buy some marketing material themselves, this is the companies that we used and the quotes that we got, just for comparison and relevance. And then we have a section for QR codes. So we have just some generalized QR codes that you can use if you wanted to put them into some of your own posters or flyers or any of the marketing design materials that you might be creating for your own local library. So we've said how the book catalogue, browse the book collection, a homepage, training calendar, and our local libraries. And then here we do have created just some social media cards. So if any of you might want to get active on social media and you wanted to circulate a post with no image, I just created some quick social media banners with just our generalized information on it and some quick taglines. If you want to do anything, you can just download it and circulate it with a message if you want. So there's just a few different examples. These were created in Canva, so if you did want to recreate or do some edits on them, you're welcome to do so in Canva. And then there is just a plain social media banner template. If you wanted to do something yourself, you can edit these in Canva. Just add a title and a date if you wish, and then add in an image or some text in relation to what you wish to post. Taglines, we did up just a quick document if you were wishing to do some taglines and how to use them and when to use them and how best to place them on marketing material and the benefits of using them. We just created some taglines based on information and feedback from some of the national teams. So if that document was there, you might find it useful. And finally, this is a section for videos. This is very sparse at the moment, but we have 3 videos here that was created so far, but we're hoping this will grow with the info skills and the Evans teams creating little videos, 40-second to 4-minute videos, and we can add them to here. So just a section for it as well for that. That's a really quick whistle-stop show of the repository. And all the marketing materials. As we said, we hope for it to expand and grow over time. It's very new and hopefully people will get use out of it.
Some very positive comments coming up there, Natasha. Really positive, loads of positive feedback. We can leave the questions until the end.
Yeah.
There's about 3 or 4 questions there, but overall just extremely positive feedback. Loads of people giving feedback there that's positive. Yeah.
Right. Hopefully it'll grow and expand as time goes along. and everyone can access it. That's the main thing. And look, if you can't access something or it's finding difficulty in accessing it, the marketing group is here and we can direct you and ensure that you're accessing stuff properly through Canva or through the marketing repository. So I suppose for the final part, it's myself again, you still have to listen to me for another little while, is we're going to talk about the day of the HSE Library Day. I'm going to now tell me if you can see my screen. Okay, you can, and I have to try and see, will this play music? If this sound doesn't come through, Dell or Fisha, will you let me know?
Yep.
It might look like. As this is our today's presentation is a brief overview of what HSE Library Day 2025 might look like. As this is our very first time running the event, we're treating this year as a pilot. Some elements shared today may change depending on staff capacity, local resources, and what works best across all sites. The aim is to spark ideas and start building a shared celebration today. I'm delighted to share that the HSE Library Day 2025 is confirmed for Wednesday, the 24th of September 2025. We checked carefully and there are no conflicting Irish National Health Days. So this gives us a clear opportunity to make a real impact, both nationally and locally. Our vision for HSE Library Day is very simple. We want to celebrate the essential role of the HSE libraries, showcasing our incredible staff and services, and boost engagement across the health service. We aim to make it a day that is inspiring and welcoming and fun for everyone. To achieve this, we'll run activities across two levels, nationally with some shared events or messaging, and perhaps a national award to celebrate an individual who, while not directly in HSE libraries, but has an exceptional track record of promoting or supporting HSE libraries. Local events where individual library sites can tailor celebrations to suit their users. Events can be virtual, in person, or blended, depending on what works best locally. We know that staff are already heavily committed to national projects and working groups. So instead of setting up new committees, we're inviting everyone to contribute ideas easily. This could be a game, a prize draw, a guest speaker, a poster design, anything fun or meaningful. Every idea will help shape our national celebration, and a simple form will be shared in the coming week or two. When all ideas are gathered, these will be shared on a simple shared platform. Here are the examples of your shared ideas from last year, what the Library Day might look like to get everyone thinking. Food and drink events like coffee mornings, games and competitions such as quizzes or a book face challenge, promotions and giveaways using posters and small prizes, awards recognising our local library heroes, events including guest speakers, podcast style interviews or expeditions. After the day, we'll share a simple ideas form for everyone to fill out. We'll set 2 or 3 key planning milestones to help coordinate our activities. Detailed ideas will be shared between now and the summer, and promotions and communications will roll out in late summer 2025 to build momentum for September. Thank you all for your time today, and we are looking forward to working together to make the HSE Library Day 2025 a true celebration and have a little fun along the way too. Okay, that's the end of our show and tell. We hope you all enjoyed it. And I think I've stopped sharing, have I? No, there we go.
Well, I hop on with the questions, Natasha. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't an awful lot there, as I said, extremely positive feedback, which is great to hear. Margaret had a good point there in relation to JAMA and JAMA collection. So yeah, I think Aoife's responded to that, but basically that's a matter of updating the link, Margaret. So
Yeah.
thanks for spotting that, well spotted. There was a quick question there about making sure that we use black pens. So yes, we took that into account. We were looking at the pens. We looked at so many different types of pens and samples, but yeah, the black pens piece was raised and discussed at length by the marketing committee. And she raised a question there about using the welcome email. You know, the second email that I'd rolled out, could
Yeah,
we put
seen
that
that.
on, could we put that on Koha? And I suppose I'm just taking it from my feedback on that would be there's so much that would be changed on that to suit each library. We deliberately made that something that can be edited, because I looked at so many different samples that people sent on to me, and they were all so tailored towards that particular library. So I'm not sure how that would work unless you had other ideas on that, Natasha.
It's definitely something we can bring back to the marketing group, and you know, maybe at some stage, if it can make it more that it's generalized, that will suit all the libraries. It's something we could maybe try and maybe discuss with the library systems team as well, if it's possible.
Yep,
We can put it on our next agenda. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emma, yeah, definitely. We looked at sustainable pens. That came up. I had some lovely samples of sustainable pens, and I think Benry, I remember, had one or two as well. They were discussed, and something that I know we had a discussion around it. I just can't. It's so long ago since we ordered the pens. I can't remember what we decided, but we were looking at infection control, was it,
the
or
budget.
something?
It was down to budget
Yes,
as
it was
well.
budget.
Yeah. I think that was the breaking point. And could we, to get value for money? That's what it was at the time.
Yeah, they were surprisingly expensive. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
surprisingly expensive. But good point there, Emma. The other thing that was raised was Lise just asked there about booking a place, sorry, a seat instead of a place. So again, that email is completely, that can be edited to suit whatever wording you prefer, and it's great to get the positive feedback from the info skills team. As I said, it's something that we really wanted to highlight, and we talked about it a lot, making sure that the link brought people directly to the training calendar. But that second email that I walked you through, that is completely that can be edited completely. So yeah.
Yeah. I suppose we can open the floor to anybody else who has any questions. You can unmute yourself and hopefully we can answer them. Okay, Liz, go ahead.
Oh, just like the last thing about the pens. I promise I won't talk a lot about it at all. The blue is actually cheaper than black, so just be careful with the pricing and looking that way, that it will be cheaper to get. Because just in case if outside of you anybody orders the marketing stuff, it's such a waste, if we go with the blue. So that's all. I think it's wonderful, girls, what you've done, and Ronan, obviously. Absolutely wonderful job. It's certainly, I can see it's saving me time. It will save everybody time. Absolutely fantastic work. Well done.
Thank you. It's been a challenge to get here, but we've got here finally.
Okay. Anyone else? Sorry.
Emma.
Emma.
Sorry, I just wanted to reiterate what Lise said there, and also to say, I mean, sometimes I forget to say thanks when you send us stuff, but it's always noticed and always used, you know. But that stuff, that repository is going to be fantastically useful.
That's great.
So thank you
Thanks so
very much.
Yeah, as we said, it's still probably, so when you look at it, it probably looks very limited, but as we said, we wanted to keep stuff in it now that was current and relevant because we'd had so many changes over the while, so it probably still looks a little bit empty, but it will grow hopefully,
Oh,
and
I thought
things
the
will probably
opposite.
change and adapt. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I thought there was
It's not
amazing
empty,
stuff
not
in
at
there.
all, Natasha. One question again. You said don't change the template, make a copy. Can you put a protection on the template in Canva?
You can put a protection on in it in Canva, but what you call it, yeah, it's just we have it's editable, but you still just to make sure that you go in and make a copy. Because when people say, "Oh, I can't edit this. This is only in view only," you still have to go down to File, make a copy on it. It's just
Yeah,
to
no, I
follow that
just thought as
action.
a second
Yeah.
protection layer, you know, just
Oh
in
no,
case.
there is on the template folder. There is. It's in some of them are view only, but just as a precautionary, we just get people into a good habit of just anything that they go into that they make a copy. It's probably just good practice. Okay. Have we any more questions and we could round it up then? I think we're still on time.
Yep.
I had one question, Natasha. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can, yes, Aoife.
Hi, and thanks and well done to everyone on the team. It's fantastic to see this work and reach its fruition and everyone has access to it, something I think that will benefit the whole service and everyone locally as well, which is really important. And apologies if I missed this because I just had to take a call, but was there an area for PowerPoint templates? I know we have the
Yes.
HSE slide deck, all right, but it's nice to have one for HSE Library, and perhaps I missed it. Apologies.
No, you didn't. It's in under, I'll share it just quickly. If you go in underneath presentations, and underneath presentations, we had HSE, Microsoft Teams, webinar. I think that was the example that we had. And that was one for HSE Library.
Okay.
And then we also had another example, which was this one that we used the slides for today.
Yeah, because the slides are lovely.
Oh, right. Yeah. So we called this the elaborate one, and the other one was just a little bit more simple, but just the green and white on it.
Looks great.
And these are edible both in PowerPoint here, or they're edible in Canva. So I did my presentation and presented it in PowerPoint, and I think Fisha and Edel actually showed their presentation through the Canva portal today.
Excellent.
So
That's so useful. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Not at all. And there is one then just with the ordinary HSE slides as well. We just added that in just in case if somebody wanted to do it and we're doing a group session as well. So we have a few examples there that are edible for people to use.
Very well done. Thank you.
No, not at all. Thanks, Aoife. Great. I think we'll
I think our time is up, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for coming out, and great to hear from everybody, and hopefully you'll find it all useful.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.